What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Not for Debate. We back. Shake Money, Havoc in the house. We're expecting Banks to show up sometime in the near future. But what's going on with you guys?
Hey, you know what I find funny? Banks
Right.
has banker hours.
Yeah, no, you ain't gonna see me on the weekends.
Oh
Yeah,
well.
man, I'm doing good, man. I still got the essence of the Cheddar Bay biscuits wafting in the air from Red Lobster, so I'm
Yeah.
I'm on one right now, bro.
What are Cheddar Bay biscuits?
What?
Are those like the original Red Lobster biscuits
My
where they have the
guy.
garlic on it? They look
My
like
guy.
muffins.
That's exactly what it. I had Red Lobster. That's exactly what it is. It's biscuits with cheddar cheese and Old Bay seasoning and like a little buttery, salty top on it, bro.
I didn't know it had Old Bay on it.
Yeah, bro. It's like there's Old Bay in the biscuit. Like the Old Bay flavor is in the biscuit. It's incredible. Incredible. What's good, Jay Hearn? Appreciate you coming through.
What's up?
Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. Shake, I don't know if you have Red Lobster as one of your delivery spots, but I do. And that one is a little bit suspect as far as how that kitchen looks for me on this side of town. Now, I've been to two of them, and they're not too appealing to me. But as far as the biscuits are concerned, when they give them out for free, I'm not gonna say they're the best. I ain't gonna say they're the worst, but they're all right. They all right.
Boy, it's all a matter of how you have the biscuit. You know, if you have the biscuit while it's still nice and warm and fluffy,
Yeah.
it's hard to beat. It's
Oh,
hard
no,
to beat.
mine's are always fresh baked. They don't ever give me
Okay.
no old biscuits. They give me them joy fresh out the oven.
They don't give you the old biscuits.
Oh no,
Divorce here. Get the old biscuits out.
yeah, get them new ones out. We can tell. You want
Yeah.
the kegs in the box the way you want it to be put in there. You better put it in there right.
I say this, man. You know, seafood restaurants, man. Especially when it comes to seafood, that's really a restaurant on a restaurant by restaurant basis. Like you gotta like some places, man. They do things a little bit differently, but Red Lobster is usually pretty reliable in my opinion.
You know how every restaurant has a cheap knockoff?
Yeah, McDowell's.
Yeah. I remember when I was living in Carroll City, we had Captain Crabs. Has anybody heard of that? Yeah.
Joe's Crab Shack, but not no Captain Crab.
I've driven. Chick, when I was a kid, I drove by that place because it was on the way to the barber shop I used to go to. Because I used to get my hair cut
Captain
in Carroll
Crab's.
City. Bro. And I used to get my hair cut at that thrift mall out there in Carroll City. That was like shut. That was like closed down. So it's just like a huge parking lot with like 4 stores. I love Carroll City, bro. Or Miami
me too.
Gardens, whatever they're calling it now.
I still call it Carroll City.
Yeah, I hear you. It's still Carroll City.
Yeah.
Just like how I still call Joe Robbie. I gotta catch myself sometimes, but
There's the man of the hour. What's going on?
Your mic is on mute, Banks. I was going to ask you guys how was Thanksgiving. I sent the picture on Twitter of my plate. I was expecting the same thing in return from you guys to show you what I was giving you an example what a plate's supposed to look like.
well,
I went to this all you can eat buffet, and it wasn't all you can eat. It was just cheap. So whatever.
hey, y'all know, I am a professional chef. So when it comes to Thanksgiving, that is my Super Bowl. That is one of my Super Bowls. That is the day that I get busy. So I didn't take a picture of my plate, but I can surely show you a picture of the whole damn table of food that I made. I'm talking about the heirloom chicken, the roasted garlic mashed potatoes, the macaroni and cheese, the sausage stuffing, the corn, whatever you need, bro. Whatever you need, bro.
Damn.
how it gets down.
So Shake, are we gonna get the what would you say you was gonna eat today? Grits?
I was hoping you forgot about that, actually, bro.
Actually, I'm gonna have to do that next week because my girlfriend made she made a homemade Thanksgiving dinner, and I had that all day
Thank
today, so I'm
goodness.
full.
Thank
Yeah,
goodness.
thank goodness.
So
Thank goodness. Yeah, I ended up going to my sister's house for Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
but everything was perfect. Unfortunately, we didn't have any ham.
mhm.
I love hog. I gotta have my ham.
Oh.
um, and by the way, I gotta shout out my girl because on the 30th, 8 years.
Wow. That's
Wow,
incredible.
congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Been so. Nah, I ain't gonna put no pressure on you online, bro.
No, I don't believe
Shout
in
out to
marriage.
y'all.
Thank you.
Shout out to y'all, man.
But we'll save that for later. But topic of the day: Matt Patricia, head coach for the
Whew.
Detroit Lions, and general manager Bob Quinn fired from the Detroit Lions.
hmm
Thoughts?
you know what gets me nervous, man? You got two GMs that are fired, and I hope none of them are eyeing Reggie McKenzie and Marv Allen. Oh man, I just hope they stay in house and not leave. But that's the only thing about this news that gets me nervous is that we're gonna lose one of our guys from front office.
You think so?
Well,
Yeah.
you know, and I brought this up on my channel, No Passes Given, where we broke down the Rooney Rule, and we also broke down a new provision to the Rooney Rule, where they're actually giving teams compensatory third-round picks if someone from your front office is named general manager or one of your assistant coaches is named head coach. So, you know, I would say be on the lookout for that because all the owners had agreed to that. It just needs to be ratified. Now, if I'm Detroit, I'm calling Jim Caldwell up and I'm offering him whatever he wants to take that head coaching job back because
That's good.
particularly with he was the only coach with the Lions that ever like did anything there. Like no one else has done anything there except Jim Caldwell. Jim Caldwell had the same pieces that everybody else had. So if I was them, man, I'm calling up Jim Caldwell. I'm saying, bro, please take this job back. We cannot find anyone else to do this job. But kind of like every other Detroit administration, bro, grand opening, grand closing, they can't get it right. They can't get it right up there, man. They a step away from being the Cleveland Browns, in my opinion. You know, like I mean, think about it. They had Barry Sanders, wasted his career. They had Megatron. What is the corollary between Megatron and Barry Sanders? They both retired early.
Mm-hmm.
They both were like, bro, I can't do this anymore for this franchise. So, man, for me, when it comes out of Detroit, and particularly Matt Patricia, I mean, I understand he was defensive coordinator, but I think something that we're all that many people understand is no matter who the defensive coordinator is, Bill Belichick calls the shots in New England, particularly when it comes to the defense side. And quite a number of his assistants, you know, have gone out and been exposed. Josh McDaniels got exposed. What has Matt Patricia actually done in Detroit except tear down what Jim Caldwell did and build it back up with like to not even close to the standard that he had it at? It's just, you know, a lot of these franchises can't get out their own way. And I think Detroit is a classic example of one of them franchises that just can't get out their own way.
Well, let me ask you this. Considering how Calvin Johnson retired early, Barry Sanders retired early, what do you think Matthew Stafford's story is? Well, first of all, let me ask you your opinion of Matthew Stafford as a quarterback first, and then what do you think as far as moving forward with Matthew Stafford is going to imply?
Well, I mean, first of all, he had Megatron, so you know when you got one of them roaming around, you gonna be okay from a stats perspective. But to me, Matthew Stafford, he kind of reminds me He kind of reminds me of like Joe Thomas with the Browns, where like no matter how trash the team is, he always seems to be doing okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if Matthew Stafford could have very easily had Phillip Rivers' career. If Matthew Stafford was at San Diego, he could have very easily had Phillip Rivers' career with no hitch to it. But since he's playing in Detroit, you got this up and down situation. It never really worked out well, man. So I like Matthew Stafford. I still think he's a good quarterback, but you can only do what you can do. And this kind of flows into that theory of people that think, man, if you get a good quarterback, then everything's going to be okay. Look at Matthew Stafford. This is a guy who's legitimately gives you consistently Pro Bowl level production year in, year out. And the team has gone not even close to anywhere. So I think he's a good quarterback, but I mean, you ain't got nothing around you. What you gonna do with it?
That's wild because he will never get the recognition. Yeah, right on
Wes, glad you could join us.
I didn't. I had no idea, bro. Y'all got to keep me in the loop.
Yeah, man.
Mistake. You still got to make your Twitter too. Banks, what's up, man?
He's on mute.
Yeah, he on mute.
What's going on, everybody?
What's going on? Oh, so what you sipping on
I
there,
forgot
Wesley?
we had a recording to do, and I stepped out to watch the
Gatorade.
fight.
Oh, okay.
Is it in you?
But y'all thoughts on the Detroit Lions firing the general manager and head coach Matt Patricia?
That was probably a good move right now because they get them time to look for another coach and look for another philosophy. Matt Patricia's wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't working early. Usually when you get a new coach, prime example the Dolphins, they got a new coach. His philosophy of bringing in his character, his nature into the team, it showed early. And now y'all seeing a winning Dolphins team. Not like undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers type winning, but like the Dolphins are winning. Like nobody's laughing at the Dolphins anymore. Now we're laughing at the Jets and the Patriots, right?
Yeah,
that's true.
That's facts.
And I think I said it on one of our podcasts that Flores looked like the coach who's going to be there for a while, who's going to change it. But I mean, we'll see. We're gonna see.
Now, as far as I asked Havoc and Shake earlier about as far as the future plans for Matthew Stafford, do you think they're going to end up keeping him, or they're going to try to end up shipping him out of Detroit and just stripping the franchise bare and just starting off fresh?
If they were smart, they would keep him there and keep him happy while he's there, and perhaps draft somebody and groom them, because the dude is so hurt up. He ain't got a lot left. He might pull an Andrew Luck on their ass. You know what I'm saying? Like Luck had more, but Luck had more taken than he had given. Like Luck was playing with punctured lungs and all type of crap. Like,
yeah, man.
Hey, I'll do one even better for you. He might do a Megatron and a Barry Sanders.
Yeah.
Oh, no. He would have been doing that. I think he would have did that 2 years after Calvin left. Calvin been gone for how long now?
A while.
Since 2016?
Yeah.
He only played, 9 seasons? 8 or 9 seasons, something like that.
Yeah,
I feel
I'm just saying Detroit has a way for making their talent retire early.
But you know what? Here's the thing, though, with Detroit. They don't even have to lose Matthew Stafford to have a bad season. Like, they can keep Matthew Stafford and keep essentially doing what they're doing right now, which is top 5 status. They had the number 3 pick in the draft last year. So, hey, they ain't exactly lighting the world on fire with Matthew Stafford. I understand you got to replace him because you only got so many hits in you over the course of your NFL career, but yeah, man.
Listen, bro, I've been doing fantasy football for about 7 years, and damn near every year except for this one. Matthew Stafford has delivered for me. I know what type of production I'm getting out of Stafford. But
Yep.
as far as the coaching and the philosophy and the defense, that's a whole other factor into the Detroit Lions' success. They
I agree.
They gotta change that around, and they took the first step. What was it yesterday? They fired them guys?
Today.
They took the first step today. So we'll see what happens.
Well, I wouldn't say that, because I would probably say the first step is getting a head coach and a general manager in there that's competent. Now, Bob Meyer, one of the reasons why I think they ended up firing Jim Caldwell was because of his previous relationship with Matt Patricia with his time in New England. Like I said, the league is all about relationships, and I felt like that was an upgrade from Jim Caldwell. Obviously, that didn't end up seem the case, but we'll see what the owner decides to do moving forward. If they decide if they want to go young from the college football aspect of it, or do they want to go ahead and go with an already NFL proven coach? And like Havoc said, it's a possibility we may end up having a black coach in there just to get that compensatory pick. So
that would be good, but mark my words, the worst thing that could happen to the Lions right now is if the Jets fire Adam Gase and the Lions hire Adam Gase.
Oh my gosh, bro! I'm burning my laptop if that happens. Like,
Oh
I mean,
my
how many times can you fail into another job? Who does that?
I know Devore will be a Lions fan after that.
DeVore gonna come out with that Barry Sanders jersey, like, we ready to go.
damn right.
Is he gonna call the plays in
Johnson
Detroit?
jersey? I'm gonna find me a Calvin Johnson jersey. If
Is-
Adam
is-
Gase
is
gets
it-
a job, they're like, you gotta also look at the division that they playing, because they playing in the NFC North. You got to deal with the Chicago Bears, the Minnesota Vikings, and you got to deal with the juggernaut Green Bay Packers. So
Well, neither is too hard. You're dealing with Chicago, you're only dealing with their defense, pretty much. You're dealing with the Vikings, you're only dealing with their offense, pretty much. You're dealing with the Packers, you got to deal with more offense, but their defense also have their time where they get to clicking.
see
So the
that if
Packers
we
are
talk
the real
about
threat.
2020, are you talking about 2020? Yeah, I give it to you. The Vikings, they haven't been very good on defense, but previous years to that, the Vikings have been in the top 10 as far as defense is concerned, along with the Chicago Bears. Now, offensively, Chicago is a little bit shaky, but it's still, I'll probably say the NFC North right now is probably the second most competitive division in football.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
going to give you on the Vikings defense? Overrated.
Hey, they had a historic year a couple years back. So
Hey, you know what?
Harrison Smith, overrated.
Hey,
Damn.
you would take him on. You'd take him on Pittsburgh, though.
What?
You would.
Hey, somebody mute this man mic, man.
Hey.
I think it's malfunctioning. I know I ain't just hear that.
Yo,
Yeah, you heard it.
I know.
my-
I know. They picked up Yannick Ngakoue, and then the Minnesota, they picked up Yannick Ngakoue and
why?
shipped him out
Because
in
they-
like 6 weeks.
Because they didn't know how to use him. They don't know what to do with talent. Even if, let's say,
What?
Harrison Smith was talented, like, I
Where
think
Banks at?
Banks chilling. He in that room.
See,
right
there's a
there.
reason why. There's a reason why they call some substitute teachers substitutes, because they can't be real teachers. I know you ain't just say. I know you did not just say Harrison Smith is not
I
talented.
guess I'm the
Harrison
I'm the
Smith is pretty
substitute.
good.
Yeah, you.
I like Harrison Smith. I like Harrison Smith, but he ain't. You know, as in my opinion, man, Kirk Cousins is like a counterfeit $100 bill, man. You look at it, you look at the numbers, it's like, oh man, this guy's pretty good. But then you
know what?
look at him under pressure, never comes through.
Hey, Wes, did Banks leave you a lesson plan?
Nah, he didn't, bro. But I think y'all like Harrison Smith way too much. I've never seen his real impact in the game. Aside from a fucking tip pass, excuse my language. Aside from a tip ball, and he's there to pick it off. Like, I see him get burnt more than I see him make plays.
Well,
Hey,
he's
he has
he's
a
hard
nose
hitter.
for the football, though. He's got a nose for the football. He knows where to be at the right times, whether it be stopping the run or in pass coverage. Now he ain't gonna make the flashy play like get a pick six like a Minka Fitzpatrick, but he's where he needs to be at the right time.
He's a hard hitter.
Y'all right about that. He's always in the right spot. Like I say, if the ball is tipped, Harrison Smith most likely got his hands on it. But I don't see him coming up on 4th and 1 and stuffing shit, or you know what I'm saying, a clutch 3rd and short or 3rd and long. And I don't see that.
Yeah,
TV?
I mean, in my opinion, he's been pretty good, but he's not having a great season this season. I will say that much.
Okay. I thought it was me. I thought I was sure.
He's not having a great season this season, but
you gotta look at the defense. They cap space was the issue. They had to end up
Danielle Hunter ain't around. Yeah.
Yeah, they ended up getting rid of Everson Griffin.
Y'all remember when Eric Weddle was in his prime?
Yeah. I remember Eric Weddle.
I didn't see nothing in San Diego. I didn't see nothing he did. I swear.
Because he doesn't make the flashy plays. He makes the play. He's supposed to be where he's supposed to be. Those are the plays that he makes. He's not gonna make the little chance plays where you be like, oh my god, like 9 times out of 10, those plays you're not where you're supposed to be. Harrison Smith is a disciplined football player where he's going to be at the right spot at the right time. That's what he does.
Right. I guess that's all that matters. You're right.
So where would you rank Harrison Smith as far as your top 5 safeties in the league right now?
Not in the top 5.
Excuse me?
I can name you 5 right now.
Give me your 5.
You want strong or free? You want strong or free?
Give me strong, because that's what Harrison Smith plays.
What is Adrian Amos? Is he strong or free?
Free.
What is Eddie Jackson? Is he strong or free?
Free.
Okay. What is Terrell Edmonds? Strong or free?
Strong.
Terrell Edmonds playing better than Harrison Smith right now.
Yeah, that's a fanboy type talking right there, boy.
No, it's not fanboy. It's not fanboy. And that's the bottom.
I know he's having a terrible season, but technically Jamal Adams should be a top 5 safety in the league.
No doubt.
Adams is having a bad season.
Yeah, he's having a terrible season.
Making plays.
Tyrann Mathieu, he's a strong safety.
Is he stronger? Did they move?
He's an interchangeable safety.
Yeah, he's all over the place there. He's all over the place.
Where does he play the most?
Bro,
you can't really say because in the nickel
he plays
in the slot.
Yeah. He plays slot. He plays slot. He plays linebacker.
Yeah,
he plays strong.
You can't really put him anywhere. I would put Tyrann Mathieu in his own little world by itself with Buda Baker too. I put Buda Baker over there too.
I'll give you Derwin James
Buda
at
Baker
the strong safety position.
Exactly.
Buda Baker can play the slot too.
Derwin James has not played this season.
Yeah.
He's still better than Harrison Smith is going to be at the end of the season.
Oh no, hell no. See, I'm not going to see if you're not contributing, I can't put you in my top 5.
I would still put Harrison Smith like at the 5 spot, but
we put Tyrann and we put Buda Baker in their own little world. So now he just put Edmonds in his top 5, which I don't know why. I can name 10 safeties better than him right now.
How about Antoine Wingfield
Jr.?
Yeah.
Yeah, better not see you.
You got Kevin Byard in Tennessee. He's
a free. He's a free. Byard's a free.
Damn. Okay.
I will put.
What about in Buffalo? What's that safety name in Buffalo?
Oh, Micah Hyde.
Micah Hyde. I'll put him in my 5. He can be in my 5.
Yeah, Edmonds is pretty good. He's a strong safety for Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Edmonds.
Nah, Poyer's is the strong.
When I start thinking about like who's left at the safety position, like I'm getting a lot of Trey Boston and Malcolm Jenkins. Yeah, no. I think Harrison Smith's still. I think he's still up there.
I like Trey, but Trey.
He don't even start.
Cool. You don't have to start.
What you mean cool? He got to start for him to be in your top 5.
He's the 13th man.
Let me tell you something. I thought Landon Collins would have been a top 5 safety, but he don't fall all the way off the table.
Nah,
Well, he out for the season too, so
contract.
Hey, that guy Patriots got is pretty good too. I can't think of his name. They drafted him last year.
Chung, he's out for the year too. He on the COVID list.
No, not Chung.
McCourty?
No.
Damn, what is his name?
Duggar?
Duggar, yeah, that's him. Duggar.
Duggar ain't even playing, really. So they don't even know what they got with Kyle Duggar. He's not even really playing. He's still not even really playing so far this season. So
actually, he's been. I've seen him play on the primetime games.
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
So Wes, it's not really that many safeties out there that you could put over Harrison Smith, really.
I guess not, man. I give you that, but I'm still not even. I'll put somebody that just got drafted over him, just on potential.
No.
That's how much I don't like Harrison Smith. I may be biased.
What is your beef with Harrison Smith? Did he go to a college that you don't like? Or did he date a girl that you like? Like, what's up with that?
I just don't see it. I don't see it for him to be top 5. Everybody else y'all name, I've seen flashes of it.
You must.
I've just seen. I'm gonna give y'all an example. Gerard Holliman a couple years ago led the FCS in interceptions. And if you go back and look at the stats, every time he caught one, it was just off a tip ball, and he was right there. That's not really. It's good that you're around the ball, but you weren't necessarily making a play on it.
You still made the play though.
Right. You barely hanging on by a little.
Oh no. See. Here's the thing: when you end up catching a tip ball interception, there's 2 types of them. There's you're at the right. You just magically just falls in. You're at the right place at the right time, or you're in position to make a play on the football and it ends up coming your way. So there's some safeties that end up just be sticking in that one particular spot, not having a nose for the football. When the ball is in the air, some folks don't move. But if you're right there, that means you're in on the play.
Okay. All right. Let me say this. Harrison Smith, if you ever watch this, if you ever hear this, you're good, but it's going to take you a while to get into the Hall of Fame, buddy.
How many Pro Bowls did Emmons have yet go to?
This probably will be his first.
He ain't going. Harrison Smith going.
We'll see, sir. We'll see the season. We shall see, sir.
Yeah, Harrison Smith. I went to 3 Pro Bowls already.
He's gone to a few. He's a multiple time All Pro. I know that much about him.
Let's sit back and.
Dude is a pro, man. I ain't knocking him, but he's just not. If I had to pick, I'm not picking him for 6 slots. Okay.
I hear you.
That's my preference. DeVore would prefer Jordan Howard over everybody for some reason, but you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna get into that. It's just a preference thing.
Yeah, we definitely not gonna get into that.
Yeah, definitely don't get into that.
Just like he'll prefer Gase over Mike Tomlin.
Oh my God. He better not say that.
You should please go back please watch a few episodes back.
I didn't say that.
No, but you could put 2 and 2 together.
What I said.
You could put 2 and 2 together though.
I don't think Tomlin is a Hall of Fame coach yet.
Oh my gosh.
What do you mean? The man has not had a losing season. How many has Gase had? Gase just have one right now as we speak. What are you talking about? Hey,
I'm just saying, when you look at the Mike Tomlin, he hasn't exactly inherited a bad team. Tomlin, he basically inherited a winning team. Come on now.
Yeah, but you have to be
I don't.
He got a winning team, but he maintained that winning team.
What you mean? There's
many coaches that inherited good teams and made them go down the crapper.
Give me an example.
Let me see. John Gruden,
Dave Wanstead.
John Gruden.
John Gruden inherited. He inherited Dungy's team from.
Yes, he did.
And then he won the Super Bowl, and it was never the same after that.
They got old.
And he got fired.
They got old.
6 years later.
Shit, Jim Caldwell inherited Tony Dungy's team and went to the Super Bowl and lost that bitch, but still, he went to the Super Bowl.
Mm.
Okay, he inherited a good team, so it was a success.
And you could say about last.
He couldn't maintain it though. That's
you
the
can
problem.
say you could say about last season with Pittsburgh. What? Roethlisberger was injured. They didn't have no running back, and
look, dog,
they had Juju. They had Juju in his rookie season, and they still were able to do something with it.
Listen, the last player from Bill Cowher's era is the old ass broken elbow quarterback that they have.
But is he going to the Hall of Fame? Yes or no?
Not rebuilt. How can
is he going to the Hall of Fame? Yes or no?
How many of Tomlin's players going to the Hall of Fame?
Who?
How many of Tomlin's draft picks are going to the Hall of Fame?
Probably none of them.
I guarantee.
Except for T.J. Watt.
Cam Hayward going to the Hall. Joe Hayden might go.
Joe Hayden don't count. He ain't draft him.
I don't know about Joe Hayden.
You don't know about Joe Hayden?
No, I'm saying I don't know about Joe Hayden going to the Hall of Fame.
Joe Hayden is going to the Hall. He's going to the Hall.
You know what? Joe Hayden technically wasn't a Tomlin draft pick.
He's a Browns.
That's a Browns pick.
Hayward. Right. Give me Cam Hayward. Give me the Castro and Pouncey.
Mm-hmm. If he didn't have the off the field issues, AB would have been a Hall of Famer. If it wasn't for the off the field issues,
we ain't finna get in that. We ain't gonna talk about AB.
I'm saying though, but I'm saying though, if it wasn't for the off the field issues, he would have been a Hall of Famer for sure.
Nah, AB different, man. AB special.
Yeah, he's real special.
So you just told me Cam Hayward. You told me who was the other one?
I mean,
Pouncey, the Castro.
Mike Pouncey. Yep.
Did Pouncey draft him? I don't think he did.
Yeah, he did draft Mike Pouncey. Yeah.
I don't know.
Pouncey, bro.
Yeah, because
Marquise. Yeah, bro.
Which Pouncey brother came first? Was it Mike or Pop Marquise? It was Marquise, right? So Marquise came out a year before Mike Pouncey. That was 2000.
Okay, so Marquise is our guy. Marquise Pouncey.
We drafted Mike in 2012.
Yeah,
no, 11.
Yeah, remember whatchamacallit was in 2007, 2008. Mike Tomlin was in Pittsburgh 2007, 2008.
Okay, just trying to get my timeline right here as far as that's concerned. So I'll give you Mike.
Tomlin is solid though.
How about Antonio Brown?
Yeah, Antonio Brown is going to the Hall of Fame. But
Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell. I'm sorry, Le'Veon Bell.
No.
I mean, they were on Hall of Fame trajectories while they played for him.
Yeah.
And as soon as they left,
it's crazy what Ben Roethlisberger can do for the offense.
I mean, he's been chucking up the deep ball for how long now? I mean, they just get him guys that can get it.
Since 2004. How many players has Ben Roethlisberger made look good? Because you look at some of these other receivers that have played in Pittsburgh and they go to other teams, they haven't been very productive. Mike Wallace. I'm gonna be straight up with you about Mike Wallace. When he came to Miami, he was productive, but I do not respect him as a player considering the fact how he quit on us before with playoff implications on the line.
Now I can talk about Mike Wallace.
Hey, you could be put out of the house too, just like your dog. But he did us dirty, man. He did us dirty.
No, y'all did him dirty. Y'all should have had schemes for him. Y'all seen what the man did in Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should have had schemes for him. But
okay, well, don't ask for top dog money if you're not going to play like a top receiver.
Don't pay a receiver top dog money if you're not going to use him like a top dog receiver.
We were using him like a top dog receiver.
We tried.
Shake, support me here, man. What are you doing? And the other time you want to bring up a quote was about Adam Gase. What did Mike Wallace say about what he wanted to do in Miami? What route did he only want to run?
Check me out.
Best had more targets than this man. Come on now.
I was going through a rough time in that, so I really didn't watch.
Okay, I'll fill you in. He said this, and I don't have the quote in front of me, but it's something verbatim to that. I only run 9 routes. That's what I got out of that statement that he wrote. Well,
Y'all signed this dude though. Y'all signed him for that.
Clearly we needed receivers, and Davon Best went on the roster at that time. But you look at the Miami Dolphins receiving core. We had a young quarterback in Ryan Tannehill, which we got some haters in here about Ryan Tannehill. For Ryan Tannehill,
well, he couldn't throw the deep ball at that time. I'm gonna keep it real. At the time,
it's fun. He couldn't throw the deep ball at that time, or was it the receiver he was throwing the deep ball to?
Dropping all type of balls.
Man. You really think Ryan Tannehill and Adam Gase would have led us to the Super Bowl, don't you?
I didn't say that, but like if we go sit here and just keep it 100, like they didn't make the ride for Ryan Tannehill as far as being the quarterback in Miami an easy one.
No, but I mean,
give him a Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line. Give him that.
I mean, you give anybody a Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line, you could do something with it. You know,
build them a Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line. Keep Laramie Tunsil.
Thank you.
Pouncey.
Thank you. No. Cut Pouncey. Pouncey got to go. Pouncey got to go. No Pouncey.
All right, whatever. Cut Pouncey. Draft somebody to replace Pouncey. Like, y'all don't believe in building. The Miami Dolphins culture does not believe in building.
Well, we do now.
Using a player.
We just started it like 2 years ago, basically, when we brought in Brian Flores and Chris Greer.
I don't agree with
Flores,
that.
Like I said, I think Flores is going to be different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what pissed me off, though? Speaking of overpaying receivers, I'll never forget we traded for Brandon Marshall. And before he even took a snap for Miami Dolphins, they made him the highest paid receiver. I'm like, what the hell?
That was the point, though. That was the rule. That was
Miami Dolphin mentality, bro.
Shake. No. Wes, explain this to me, because that makes no sense. Why would you not pay him? You're giving up possibly draft capital for a perennial player, and he has 1 year left on his contract. Why would you rent a player for 1 year if you're giving up draft capital?
Well, if you're gonna make him the highest paid player, why don't you do it after his contract is up? Say, look, before, or do it mid-season instead of
because Brandon Marshall's emotional. He's gonna act weird playing on his final year of his contract.
He's the best receiver in the game at that time. Why would you not pay him?
Hold on, pump your brakes. Brandon Marshall was never the best receiver in the game.
Banks, where are you at?
Let me tell you something.
He was a top 5 receiver at one point in his career.
Let me say something. Before you go, I'm gonna say something. There has never been a receiver with that much talent. Every time he leaves a locker room, the team is happy that they're gone. Name another receiver. You know what I mean?
Fucking crying about getting hit low. As big as you is, you crying about getting hit low.
He's better than any receiver that was ever in a Pittsburgh Steelers uniform.
What?
Plaxico Burress, bitch.
That's funny, man.
You said Plaxico Burress is better than any Steelers receiver ever?
No, Brandon Marshall.
Oh, better than any Miami Dolphins wide receiver ever?
No, Brandon Marshall is better than any Pittsburgh Steelers.
Brandon Marshall never played for the Steelers.
Uniform. I'm saying Brandon Marshall is a better receiver than any Pittsburgh Steelers receiver ever.
Let me tell you something right now.
So you're saying Brandon Marshall is better than Prime AB, is what you're saying?
No, Brandon Marshall is nowhere near Hines Ward. Nowhere.
Way better.
Nowhere near Hines Ward.
Way better.
No way.
Better.
No,
that's kind of like a homer take, right? That's a homer take, bro. You ain't even a Steelers fan.
Real. Hines Ward has never been the best receiver in a season ever.
What?
He's never been. Never.
Yeah.
Never. He's been in the top 5 maybe, but he has never been the number 1 guy. Never.
No, Martavis Bryant in his prime is probably better than Brandon Marshall.
Yeah, you definitely smoking. You definitely smoking. I know y'all drinking up at that fight party. I know y'all drinking. What'd you say, Shake?
Isn't Hines Ward a Hall of Famer now?
No.
He'll be this year. He will.
No, he won't.
I don't think so.
No, he won't.
I know he had the reputation of being one of the greatest blocking wide receivers of all time.
That's it. That's
like,
all you
I know.
get.
I knew that
Fitzgerald
was
is probably beating him right now in that category. So he's second right now.
I know that was like the thing on Hines Ward is like he was like mad durable, he was mad dependable, and he was a great blocker.
Yeah.
And he had great hands too.
Yeah, like
he'll catch it, and he'll go up the middle.
That don't exactly make you. That don't. I mean,
I'm not saying he was.
I can't put Hines Ward.
I
would
take him over. I would take him 10 times over before I take Brandon Marshall.
I wouldn't. Give me Brandon Marshall.
Nope.
That boy is 6 foot something. Yeah, give me Brandon Marshall.
6 foot something, 230, and bitched about getting hit.
And never made a playoff. And never played in a playoff game.
Look at the teams he played for. He played for
the Dolphins, number one.
Played for the Chicago Bears with Jay Cutler, which under Josh McDaniels.
He played for the Broncos.
Was the best receiver in the game at the time. Played for us with Chad Henne as our quarterback. Do the math on that. Then he went to Chicago again with Jay Cutler, and still hasn't won a playoff game. Now
he didn't make no differences. He did not make. At least Megatron made Matthew Stafford a 5,000-yard receiver.
He ain't make no differences. He ain't make no differences.
No, he ain't make no differences.
He ain't make no difference. Okay.
I mean, he did catch over 100 balls in the season.
And set the record.
I think he set the franchise record for receptions in the season.
Most reception. What did he do with it afterwards?
I'm sorry. You listen to this. Hold on. 2007, 102 catches, 1,300 yards, 13 TDs. Excuse me, 7. Good. My bad. 2015. Oh shit. Excuse my language. 2008, 104 catches, 1,200 yards. 2009, 101 catches, 1,100 yards. Like, come on now. Like, if you're going to sit back and talk this trash about Hines Ward playing with Ben Roethlisberger, imagine if Brandon Marshall had a Ben Roethlisberger. It's a dead issue.
He didn't always have Ben Roethlisberger.
Okay, the majority of his career was with Ben Roethlisberger. We played 9 seasons with Ben Roethlisberger?
Something like that, yeah. Something like that.
Come on now.
But, I mean, while we talking about quarterbacks, we got to talk about this Denver Broncos situation because they ain't got no quarterbacks.
Right. So, they haven't had a quarterback since what? Well, if you want to count Peyton Manning in there, okay, for that brief stint with Peyton Manning, they really haven't had a quarterback.
Peyton Manning didn't even really play well that season, to be honest with you. Like, that team carried Peyton Manning to that championship.
True.
He did not have a good year that year.
True.
Like, bro, he was throwing hospital balls all season long. So it was still Peyton Manning, but you know, he wasn't exactly that guy. But what I was talking about in regards to the Denver Broncos is what's happening this Sunday. All of their quarterbacks, one of their quarterbacks is positive with COVID, and the other quarterbacks were around him without wearing masks, so they've all been ruled out for the game. So technically, the Broncos have no quarterbacks on their active roster, and they have a game coming up on Sunday.
All right. By the way, what is out of all the seasons, what's his greatest? What's the most yards he had in the season?
Oh, Brandon Marshall.
Yeah,
Still talking about Brandon Marshall.
Yeah,
1508.
1508.
1508.
Brian, which one? 2002.
230. You run a 4.5. You're supposed to do that.
And whatchamacallit had 1,300 and 112, his most yard, Hines Ward, in 2002. And that's before Ben Roethlisberger.
Is that more than what I said about Brandon Marshall?
No, but hey,
I don't know how much traction.
It's only 200 by 200 yards.
I don't know how much traction you're going to get on this whole Hines Ward is better than Brandon Marshall thing. Like, is he a better run blocker? Definitely, but
he's a better. I'm talking about overall receiver. He's not going to be a. He's a better locker room. Yes, he is. Hey.
I'm sorry. Brandon Marshall just offers you too much on the field, bro. He's offers you too much on the field.
I disagree.
Brandon Marshall,
I disagree.
What'd you say, Wes?
I said, show me a clip of Brandon Marshall knocking dicks on their ass, like making those.
Man, I don't care. You know what? To be honest with you, blocking is secondary to me. If you can catch the ball and score a touchdown, that's all that matters to me. So I don't want to hear nothing about no blocking.
I know it's Brandon Marshall. Brandon Marshall was passed around like a collection plate.
Okay, well, there's some people on this panel that think Randy Moss is the second best receiver in football. I bet you he's probably in the bottom 20 as one of the best blocking receivers in football. So don't bring that argument to me, Wes. Don't bring me that argument. I don't want to hear nothing about blocking.
All right, bro.
I'm just saying, don't bring that to me, to my attention, because I've got into multiple arguments with people between Randy Moss and T.O., and blocking never came up. And T.O. is one of the best blocking.
There's no argument over Randy Moss and T.O. There's no argument.
Yeah.
There's no argument.
I mean, everybody knows Randy.
Everybody knows Randy Moss.
This is legitimately not an argument.
Yeah, exactly.
But my point is that argument of blocking never came up for Randy Moss. So I don't want to hear this argument between Hines Ward and Brandon Marshall as far as blocking is concerned. If you get in the end zone, you good in my book. That's all I got to say about that.
Man. I mean, look, if you can master a part of the game that most players ignore, I'm taking that into account. I'm just saying at 6'5", 230, it's too much.
George Kittle? Have y'all seen George Kittle block?
Yeah, he's a monster. He's a monster.
On top of his receiving ability, that makes him second best. Only because he don't have Patrick Mahomes. If he had Patrick Mahomes, there would be no race between him and Travis Kelce.
So in comparison to this Hines Ward conversation, what does this have to do with? Because compared to the tight end position, in this day and age, you're going to have to be able to do both. You got to block, you got to catch. So
well, I mean, there are a number of tight ends in the league that don't block at all. Like Evan Ingram, he don't block at all. Mike Gesicki, he don't block at all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this is a passing league, right? I don't see it.
It is.
So,
but we talk about the top dog.
On a running play in this passing league, you telling me you don't want to receive that can block?
Let's be real here. How often do we sit back and have a conversation about a receiver that can block?
This is the first time.
A receiver that can block.
You can block a little bit, and then
it's getting away. That's all you want.
100, I think Brandon Marshall was pancaking his cornerback every single time because he's that much.
He was
bigger
not.
than him.
He was not. He did not care about blocking.
Send me a highlight of that.
So you a highlight. Just because Hines Ward breaks Keith Rivers' jaw by blocking him, now we think he's the best receiver of all time.
Like I said, I can send you a highlight of Chase Claypool and Juju doing it. That's a steal away. I don't know about Brandon Marshall. Brandon Marshall complaining about getting hit.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice and everything, but at the end of the day, the numbers speak for themselves.
Yeah, I mean,
He's just on, bro. You like Jordan Howard as a running back.
Hey, in this day and age, that the bruising running back is a dying breed.
Jordan Howard is trash, bro. He's not even, bro. He's a fullback now. He ain't even a running back anymore.
Hey, Philly picked him up for a reason.
He's on the practice squad.
Philly picked him up for a reason.
Give him a chance, but I just don't know,
Man,
if he gonna capitalize on that.
Man, Jordan Howard looked like he run a 4.840 now, bro. That man is washed, thoroughly washed.
We'll see. We'll see. Got a lot left in the tank. If we just gonna compare the two between Jordan Howard and Derrick Henry right now, speed wise, they look just about the same.
Nope.
They look the same to me.
Nope.
Hey,
Nope. Bro, you need to check your prescription on them glasses, homie. You think Jordan Howard is running as fast as Derrick Henry, bro?
Hey, as far as when they get the ball in the backfield, Jordan Howard look a little bit quicker than Derrick Henry.
You are smoking crystal meth. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I'm just saying.
What footage are you looking at? Madden or real life footage?
I'm just saying the reason why Jordan Howard's numbers is better than Derrick Henry is for a reason.
Jordan Howard doesn't have talent
Bro,
anymore.
Derrick
What are you
Henry
talking
ran
about?
track. You know that? You know that man was a track athlete and 400, 200, and 100.
What'd you
Bro,
say?
Do
What?
you know that
Wes?
Derrick Henry ran track?
That's nice. But I'm just saying, yardage wise is up there before the season
bro,
started.
we don't even know if Jordan Howard is an NFL running back right now.
Oh my God! So we're just gonna sit back and just ignore the 1,000-yard season that he had with the Chicago Bears, aren't we?
He's averaging 1.2 yards per carry this season, bro. He's washed.
Have it. Look at the situations that we put him in. Like I cannot.
We put him in the same situation that we put Miles Gaskin in.
The Miami
He's getting
Dolphins
3.5 yards per
situation is
carry.
just not a good example for Jordan
He
Howard. To
cannot
be
hold Kalen Balas's jockstrap right now.
Oh my God.
Period.
So
Jordan Howard is trash.
So you said the exact same thing last year about Kalen Balaj, but you see him in the Los Angeles Chargers. He's playing a whole lot better than what he was playing in Miami.
He ain't playing that good. He's playing average at best.
Okay, so what's the difference? What's the difference?
Kalen Balaj can run. Jordan Howard can't run anymore.
We said the exact same thing last year about Kalen Balaj.
No. I'm saying Kalen Balaj can run fast. He can't. He is not a good running back in terms of vision, in terms of hitting the hole, hitting the right gap, A gap, B gap, C, all that stuff. He ain't good at that. But if you just say, hey, you have physical talent, run that way, he can do that for you. Jordan Howard, I mean, he's out here running like an offensive lineman. I don't know if you've seen the Dolphins games this season, bro. His longest run of the season is 6 yards.
The Dolphins,
6 yards.
The Dolphins is not a good example because most of the time that he actually took a carry was within the 5-yard line. So really, what do you expect him to get?
I'm talking about the carries outside the 5-yard line. I'm talking about even in the Arizona game. Even in the Arizona game that was very recent, when they weren't just giving him carries outside the goal line, he didn't do nothing with it.
Did he even play the Arizona Cardinal game?
Exactly my point. Next topic.
I don't think he played.
Next topic.
He played in the Arizona game because what's his face got injured, so he got forced into action.
Nah, I don't think he played in that game, man. Oh yeah, he did. 10 carries, 19 yards.
Yeah. Actually, he bumped up his yards per carry average with that 1.9 yards per attempt average.
No,
man, get Jordan Howard out.
He's at 1.2. 1.2.
Get Jordan Howard out of here, bro. He is done.
Okay. He ain't done. He's got a lot left in the tank. Just put him in an offense where he can succeed, and we're good to go.
He had to go with no gas, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
So yeah, he has sugar in his tank. That's what he has in his tank.
Bro,
that's how you feel too, Shake, about Jordan Howard. You don't
like Jordan Howard been running to that Krispy Kreme every morning, bro.
No, I kind of agree with you, Great One. I think he's just in a bad. He's one of those running backs that need time to warm up. He's not a committee running back.
But they told him he was going to be a committee running back when they signed him, though. Mm-hmm. Why take the job, bro?
I'm curious. I'm just saying, like, if you look at the time at signing, there were no other running backs on that roster that was an immediate threat to Jordan Howard.
Mm-hmm. DeVore. We knew, and this is something that has been consistent with this Miami Dolphins franchise. This is something that's consistent with this Miami Dolphins franchise. They tell you what scheme they're going to run, and they get the players to fit the scheme. They don't get players and fit the scheme to them. That's what they've been doing since they got here. So Jordan Howard had to have known, I may get a fair share of carries, but I ain't going to be the 20-25, carry per game guy. That's not what we brought him in here to be. That's not what we brought him in here to be.
At that time, that's what I thought he was going to be. You look at Patrick Laird and Gaskin. Come on now.
I thought he was going to be like the rusher. I thought he was going to be like the Burkhead running back. They just on short line and get that power run.
Yeah, I thought he was just like a power back dude, but hey, you couldn't. I'm talking about 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, man. You couldn't even get that done. Oh man, that's funny.
Now, if we're just gonna not include, let's just go ahead and just erase the Miami Dolphins 2020 season for Jordan Howard, and just look at his last game with the Philadelphia Eagles. I believe that was the one against the Bears. He ended up having like 98 yards rushing.
But again, he was a solo the running act. It wasn't like he was splitting carries.
See, so for us to sit back and compare 2020 to 2019, I don't think it's.
And that's what I told you.
Well, then you know
fair.
what, DeVore? Go find me 2019 Jordan Howard and put him on this team. Because this 2020 version, I got nothing to do. I don't have no business with that one, bro.
Actually, the best example I could give you is DeMarco Murray. DeMarco Murray was balling in the Cowboys because they were using him out of the I formation and the single back formation. When he went to Philly with the dumbass Chip Kelly, he was running him out of the shotgun and failed miserably. So I think that's the comparison I like to make.
I could agree with that. I could definitely agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, but realistically, who in the NFL is running all outside of the Tennessee Titans? We all know why they run the offense. You know, we all know why they're running the offense they run. Who's really hitting you with them heavy sets, them I formation sets? You know, that 12-man personnel. Who's hitting you with that consistently in the NFL outside of Tennessee?
Supposed to be the Dolphins. That's what they drafted Chandler Cox to be.
Chandler Cox.
Mm-hmm.
So, at what point have we lost sight of what the purpose of the fullback is going to be? Because you wasted a draft pick on a fullback in 2019.
Not really. It was a late seventh.
A late seventh. You still wasted a draft pick. Why
I mean, you'll use a 7 on a fullback. You'll use a 7 on a fullback.
Well,
I think I like
have a
Chandler
ride
Cox.
if he wasted anything less than that.
I like Chandler Cox. He just needs to bulk up a little bit more. That's his only problem. He's too small for a fullback. I was hoping that we could get something like an Allstat or the guy that
Rob
that
Conrad
retired from the Patriots. Yeah, something like that.
Rob Conrad was that guy at fullback because he was actually catching passes out the backfield, all that. They're not really utilizing Chandler Cox for anything except blocking this year.
It's the scheme. It's just what the scheme is with Chan Gailey. That's what I think it is. Like coming in here, I would think that Brian Flores thought we're going to utilize the fullback too with Chan Gailey as our offensive coordinator, but it's a lot of pistol and shotgun play stuff where it doesn't require the fullback.
Well, quite honestly, I mean, we've changed up the offense with Tua, but I mean, I feel like when you don't have a successful offense, you don't really have an offensive identity. And, you know, clearly with Tua, and they're favoring more of the quicker, you know, more of that type of back than what Jordan Howard has to offer. So, or even just a bigger back in general has to offer, I would say.
We will continue to see this issue with the offensive line, too, as far as run blocking, because I don't think Solomon Kinley or Robert Hunt are going to be able to sustain in this type of offense either.
Yep.
Yeah, it's interesting. I remember in the beginning, like the first quarter of the season, Solomon Kinley was easily our best offensive lineman. And when you have a line that has 2 very well-paid veterans and your 4th-round pick is outplaying them, that tells you all you need to know about the overall offensive line. And now that Solomon Kinley got hurt, he ain't been the same since he got hurt, basically. I mean, this you know, I'm not going to be the reactionary fan, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. They're playing the Jets.
We'll see. We'll see tomorrow. So I'll be the judge of that tomorrow.
We're playing the Jets.
But
all right, are we gonna do these picks?
Oh yeah. But tell them what the top 5 is going to be today, Sheik, please.
Our top 5s will be movies. Movies. Our favorite movies of all time.
Okay. I mean, go ahead and start it off. Or you want to save that for last?
Well, let's
get some few picks in, and then we could do that.
Okay, so let's go ahead and just go with the 1:00 games, and then we'll start off with the first 2.5 movies. Well, 2 movies, and then we'll finish it off after we do the 4:30 and the 2 primetime games.
Okay.
All right.
What we NFL Week 12?
Let me ask you a real question real quick, though. You think they're going to shut down the season? Because they already postponed the game. Everything's on the rise. You think they're going to shut down the season for a week or two?
If we continue to have positive COVID tests, I would think they would have no choice because you
Baltimore
can't just
got
keep
18 people on their COVID list right now.
Yeah, like if they're already playing on Tuesday, or did they cancel that? They're gonna put that on a different week.
It's scheduled for Tuesday. Yeah.
Okay, so if we continue to have positive,
and Denver has no quarterbacks either. Denver has no quarterbacks.
And Lamar Jackson just tested positive as well.
Yeah, so he's not playing Tuesday. They already said he's not playing Tuesday. So you could already kiss the Baltimore Ravens season goodbye already.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
not bad for running back.
Yeah, not bad. So I would assume if we continue to have players being placed and players and coaches placed on the COVID list, I think they would have no choice because you can't just keep on continuing to slot games during the course of the week. Like you would have like a game every day, wouldn't you?
Well, think about what happened a few weeks ago. There was a game on Monday. There was a game on Tuesday. There was a game on Thursday. There was a game on Saturday. Like, y'all might as well just be baseball if you're gonna play every day.
That's true. but then it comes into it just intertwines with preparation for that week for the next game that they have to play too. So
yeah,
I don't see how they would end up having to do that. Like you get what I'm saying? Like if they was to play on a Saturday and their next week game is going to be that next Sunday, then that wouldn't. That's just a little bit much.
I think this is what it comes down to. I think when quarterbacks start consistently testing positive, that's when they're going to shut things down. Imagine you buy a ticket to a game, Lamar Jackson's versus Patrick Mahomes, and they both tested positive like the day before the game. Who wants to watch that? Honestly, who wants to watch that? Like, I understand injuries happen, but at a certain point, man, you got 20 players on the COVID list. You Baltimore, you got 20 players. They only got 53 men on the roster. 20 dudes on the COVID list, bro.
That's scary for me because that's close to home. Like, I don't.
That's an outbreak, bro.
Like, what were they doing for them to end up having 20
It only takes
players?
one guy. That's the thing. It only takes one guy to hang around everybody else.
But that's the thing, though. Like, what happened a couple of weeks ago with the Tennessee Titans, they didn't have this many players on the COVID list. So somebody had to. So a group of players must have went out and ended up doing something they had no business doing and ended up bringing that back to the team and just not saying a word about it.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe someone was out here living that lemon pepper Lou lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Lemon pepper Lou.
And, bringing it back to the team. So
that's true. But it's definitely going to be interesting what they decide to do moving forward as far as that is concerned, because damn, we're coming down to the make or break it time as far as you being able to make it to the playoffs right now. Yeah. And if a key player ends up missing the game, that could decide the team's whole season. For example, the Baltimore Ravens.
In the big picture, that could dictate literally hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm talking about here. Like, man, that's a lot of money on the line to, go into a game like the Broncos, going into the game with literally no active quarterbacks. Like, that's nuts, bro.
Oh, I'm surprised they didn't end up signing Colin Kaepernick at that point, but
Colin Kaepernick still can't find a job, guys.
I would think at that point, don't want to call Colin Kaepernick.
Bro, if he doesn't get a call during this season, bro, hang it up, bro. You retired. You retired. It ain't never happening. If you can't get a job in a year where a team has no active quarterbacks on their roster and you live 4 hours away, it ain't happening for you anymore, bro.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with that. But let's go ahead and knock out these 1:00 picks so we can get started with our top 5 movies. The Los Angeles Chargers at the Buffalo Bills.
Bills.
Yeah, Bills. I'm gonna take the Bills too.
Chargers.
Hey, great one, DeVore. My heart is with you, but my money says Chargers. I mean Bills. Sorry.
I'm not putting money on that, so my heart is definitely going with the Chargers. All right, the Tennessee Titans at the Indianapolis Colts.
I'm gonna say the Colts.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Colts.
I'm going with the Colts too. I think that defense is going to be a problem for Derrick Henry, and I don't think Ryan Tannehill can win this game on his own.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. All right, the Carolina Panthers at the Minnesota Vikings.
Panthers.
They seem to be rolling. So,
Vikings.
I'll take the Panthers.
I'm going with the Vikings.
And I'll tell you what, next year they're going to be scary team next year.
Yeah, I mean they need to get McCaffrey back before they can even talk about doing anything.
Yeah, definitely. The Cleveland Browns at the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Cleveland. Next.
Browns.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? This is the special. Give me
All right. The New York Giants at the Joe Burrow-less Cincinnati Bengals.
At who?
I'm gonna take the Giants. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say Giants.
Cincinnati couldn't win with Joe Burrow. So.
Okay.
I think offense is clicking. I think their offense is clicking, and I think the Giants realize that even though we have a crappy record, we're in a crappy division, and we can take it. This division, so I think they're on the upward trajectory, in my opinion.
Okay. All right, the Arizona Cardinals and at the New England Patriots.
I'm gonna go Arizona.
Man, I'm hoping me too, but I'm gonna say Patriots right now. Sorry, I can't them yet.
I can't remember a time in the past 20 years I would have ever taken the Arizona Cardinals over the New England Patriots, especially at New England. But I'm gonna take the Cardinals, man.
The thing about it is, I think Patriots has one of those underrated secondaries that right now, and it's very hard to pass on him. So he's not going to be able to do what he did to other teams. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm going with New England.
Okay. All right. So this next game, I already know who y'all want to win, but just you already know how this works with the Miami Dolphins. For the Miami Dolphins at the New York Jets, just give me a little analysis. What you think?
I'll bring it down to you real quick. We all know what the Jets are this year. A lot of times, bad teams they actually play better as down the stretch of the season. Because usually that's when guys realize if I ain't gonna be on this team, I need to start putting together some good tape so I can get on a team next year. So don't look for it to be the rollover that the last game was. But I do like the Dolphins to win, and I'm gonna say 23-10.
Now I forgot to mention it's going to be without Tua this game.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna see some more interceptions, but I think you're gonna get 23-10.
23-10 Miami.
Yep.
Shake.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to incline to agree with Havoc, but the only thing is, I think the defense is gonna outscore the offense.
Shit, they've been doing that. They've been doing that for the whole middle of the season, basically.
Yeah, like that ain't nothing new. But considering how this game is going to be the second game against the New York Jets, I am a little bit alert about this one, considering the fact that when it comes down to division games, those are always tough games. Like I said, we're coming down to the last stretch of games that are do or die right now as far as our playoff implications. So this is definitely a must win for the Miami Dolphins. Now, without Tua, I expect Ryan Fitzpatrick to come in and I don't. I hope he doesn't throw a pick. You know what?
He will.
Money on the table.
Just accept it. He
3
will.
touchdown passes, no picks.
I'm not rolling.
You're not rolling?
No, I'm not rolling with that at all. No. No. Although Ryan Fitzpatrick is the last quarterback to throw for 3 touchdowns on this team, the no interceptions part is where I jump off. He can get you 3 touchdowns.
Perfect pass.
Now, no.
Perfect passer.
Well, but he's had games where he hasn't thrown an interception. The New England, his last game in New England last year was a no interception.
Well,
as a matter of fact, the last Jets game he didn't have an interception.
no, he did have an interception in the last.
Yeah, he had. I think he had
He had 2.
2. Yeah, he had 2 picks.
Oh, really? My bad.
Yeah, and he got pulled. Yeah.
Okay.
So I was gonna say, considering the fact
the
that
butt interception, man, how can I forget?
Yes, exactly.
remember he got smacked before halftime, and then he threw the pick right in the end zone to, I think it was. I ain't gonna try to remember.
Yeah,
what
I don't know.
the
Brian
defender's
Poole?
name was.
I don't know.
Yeah, Brian Poole or somebody like that. But considering the fact there's no pressure on Ryan Fitzpatrick to succeed, since clearly it's not his job to lose anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect passer rating, Fitz magic, 3 touchdown passes, no picks.
I will say this much though.
Through the air.
I will say this much though. Fitzpatrick usually puts together some pretty good games when there ain't a whole lot of pressure on him.
Yeah,
I'll say that much.
Well, there is pressure on him. I was there. I'm not going to say there's not any pressure on him because still, this is a playoff implicating game right now for us. Considering the fact, what do we write? What 1-2 right now as far as our division wins? We need to get some division wins because at the end of the season, when it's all said and done, I know we got the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots still left on the schedule, but the Buffalo Bills, we're hand and foot right now with the Buffalo Bills, and right now the Bills are undefeated in the division, and when Week 17 is all said and done, I'm pretty sure our records are going to be pretty close. So I'm expecting the Dolphins to be able to win out the rest of their division games for them to have that number 1 spot as far ahead of the Buffalo Bills in the AFC East.
Man, Buffalo's scoring points, bro. That's going to be tough. But I will say, man, our defense is up to the task, especially our pass defense. Our pass defense has been solid all season long, especially once Byron Jones came back into the fold. So, hey, man, when you got a good pass defense, man, you're always going to be in the game.
I will say this, though.
You can't stop the run, but
I want to guess. Okay, that's exactly where I was going with this. I want to see how if they're going to get past the Denver Broncos loss as far as cleaning up the run defense issues, because the New York Jets are going to come into this game if Loggins is, well, we had Loggins as an offensive coordinator here, so obviously he ain't that smart. So if the New York Jets are smart enough to run the football against us, then that's definitely going. I want to see how resilient the Dolphins are in that category.
I mean, that's the book out on the Miami Dolphins right now. Don't throw against them, because that's the thing. Like, particularly if you look at a guy like Byron Jones, they ain't even really throwing the ball his side of the field anymore. You know, like that's an X for a guy that's missed 16 games, for you to still be the leading interception guy in the league, and you done missed 16 games the past 3 years. I mean, you know, our pass defense, man, it's something else, but our run defense, bro, I mean, look, man, when you're looking up the middle and you see Jerome Baker on one side, you see Landon Roberts on the other side, no one's scared. No one's scared of that. So, hey, man, I mean, if people talk about we got to clean up this run, we don't have the players to clean up this run. What I'm more concerned about, and that's just, it is what it is at this point. You just got to hope you could, you know, not get broken out on. Like, that's what happened in the Broncos game. They broke out on us a number of times. But in regards to the O-line, I mean, look, man, Vic Fangio, he was down some interesting things up, but at a certain point, he just kept running what kept working. And they didn't really change from that, right? And we couldn't stop it. Like, it's one thing when they just keep running the same thing over. That's essentially what the Tennessee Titans do on offense. You can't stop Derrick Henry. So we just going to keep running the same play over and over again until you stop it.
That's true.
Until the Miami Dolphins, particularly with their own line, until they can get a handle on how to counteract these twists and these stunts, bro, we gonna be here talking about the same thing we were talking about last week. Now, Fitzpatrick can do a little bit more under pressure than Tua can at this point in his career. So that might actually play in Fitzpatrick's favor because Fitzpatrick seems to get a little tight when he has a clean pocket. It's actually, when things are burning down around him, he seems to be doing great.
Actually, whatchamacallit, Tua has a higher passer rating when he's under pressure. It's like
that's great to hear.
101.
Listen,
101 pass rating when he's under pressure. Yeah.
If Tua can start, please start him. That's my perspective. If he can play, please play him. But
I think Fitzpatrick gives us the best chance to win at this point.
I think, in a larger scheme of things, Tua. The thing about Tua at this point in his career is he's not turning the ball over. Now, we ain't doing a whole lot else with the offense outside of that. Just keeping it a buck. But that will always keep you in the game. Now, Fitzpatrick, like I said, man, he's the riverboat gambler that actually cashed out with his chips still in his pocket this season, in my opinion.
Well, let me ask you this, because Fitzpatrick, he moves the ball. Yeah. It seems to be like every time we end up getting to that 20-yard mark, that's where the picks start coming.
Yeah, so he pushes it.
Can we? I'm just gonna say to Chan Gailey, I'm gonna steal Banks and Wes's quote here. If this podcast happens to touch your ears, please run the ball and get inside the 30-yard line.
And let me tell you something, man. This is something that's probably, amongst other things, is most embarrassing about that Broncos game. Bro, we didn't even attempt to establish the run in that game. This game with these Jets, bro, we got to come out heavy run. We got to establish that from the jump. Even if we ain't, busting things wide open on them, you still got to get them to respect it.
Right.
And now we're at a point, Denver had no fear when it came to our run. We're actually, if you look yards per carry, we're actually doing okay on the ground. But there's just no commitment to it, so they at no point did they ever consider running anything else different than what they were doing. So I'm looking for them to establish that run early, bro. I don't know who's actually gonna be running the ball. Ahmed's out. I don't know what Gaskin's status is, but Patrick Laird, man, you're up. Hey, man, it is what it is.
Yeah. So, but finals, did we do final score? I think I said 24. You said 24-10 Havoc, and
I said 23-10.
23-10. What you guys say?
About the same score.
Okay, I'm going 30-0. No, I take it back.
God's ears.
I take that back because the Jets have been scoring over the last couple of weeks. So I'm gonna go 24-20.
Okay, I can see that happening.
Mm-hmm. All right, so last of the 1:00 games is the Oakland Raiders at the Atlanta Falcons.
I'm gonna say Oakland.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Oakland.
Oakland. I mean Las Vegas. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Las Vegas.
Oh yeah. Did I say Oakland?
Raiders.
Did I say Oakland?
Yeah.
My bad. Vegas, the Vegas Raiders. I'm gonna go ahead and take Oakland too. Shoot.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna take Vegas.
Hey, trust me, we were saying San Diego for a while. So.
Yeah, I mean they are legitimate contenders at this point in the season. So shout out to Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's the last of the 1:00 games. So what would we say? The 5 and 4. Okay, so 5 and 4. Go ahead, Shake. Go ahead, and start with your 5.
My number 5 movie is the grandfather of all spoof movies, Airplane.
Okay.
Let me look that up because I never heard of that.
You've never heard of Airplane?
No, I've never heard of
My words. Bro, watch that immediately. That's a classic. That's a classic, man.
When did that movie come out?
Bro, like
in the 70s.
Yeah, late 70s, early 80s, something like that.
No wonder I ain't watched that.
Yeah, that is one of the original parody movies out there.
It's like a slapstick type. Has Leslie Nielsen, if you ever watch any of the Naked Gun movies. He's in there. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is in that movie too. It's a good movie, man. It's real. It's real. It's legitimately a classic comedy movie, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But for my number 5 movie of all time, and once again, this is not an objective list of the top 5. This is a subjective list of the top 5.
Yes.
So, in the number 5 spot for me, man, Fast and the Furious 6. One of my favorite movies of all time, from beginning to end, non-stop action, non-stop laughs, non-stop heart. Fast and the Furious 6.
Fast and the Furious 6 was the one with Jason Statham?
It was the one where Paul Walker died.
So that was Statham, yes.
Statham, The Rock was in there. They were all in there in that one.
Yeah, Jason Statham is one of my favorite action hero movies. Stars, whatever.
But if we were just going to have a little brief debate as far as the Fast and the Furious movies, I'm going to have to say Fast 5 is the better movie.
I love Fast 5. Bro, there are only one Fast and the Furious movie I legitimately don't like, and that's Tokyo Drift. I like all of them, but I'm telling you, man, when you add on the added weight of what happened to Paul Walker, Fast 6 for me is the one.
You know,
I'm talking about you got The Rock clotheslining Vin Diesel in the hangar of a plane that's taking off from a runway.
Yeah.
But you can't ignore the epic battle between the two in Fast 5 though. That's why that's the movie right there. You got to go with Fast 5.
I love Fast 5. I feel like Fast 6, man, it had a little bit more. It had a little bit more to it.
Well, that's why you said in the beginning it's subjective.
Actually, you know what? Jason Statham wasn't in Fast. It wasn't in Fast 6. That was Owen Shaw. That was the brother.
Okay.
So that was when they were trying to figure out. Well, when Hobbs The Rock had the picture of Letty, and then that's when he ended up finding them in whatever foreign country, Brazil. Okay, yeah. So Brazil. So that was a good movie, but that wasn't the one he died. That wasn't the one he died. Fast 6 wasn't the one. It was Fast 7. It was Fast 7.
Fast 6. Well, Fast 5 was Fast 5 the one when they were in Brazil and they were dragging that big old safe down the street.
Yes, that's when The Rock came into the franchise.
Okay, then it's Fast 7. But I will say, when they had that chase, they broke. They got the safe out the bank, and they were outrunning the police, dragging a safe down the street. Mm-hmm. That was impressive. But in Fast 7, I think it was Fast. No, it was Fast 8 when they were chasing an animal.
Damn, how many do they got?
9. They're about to come out with they were supposed to come out with the 9th one this year, but due to COVID, and they gave The Rock, Hobbs and Shaw, they gave him a movie too. Yeah, they gave them the movie, but then Universal, they got into a lawsuit dispute with the movie theater. What's the company called? AMC. So now they're not showing Universal Picture movies anymore.
I did not know that.
So
okay,
as far as that is concerned, I don't know what's going to happen with the Fast and Furious movie and other Universal movies moving forward with that. So the set date is supposed to be May 2021 for the next Fast.
And speaking of The Rock, I heard that The Rock contact Matt Patricia, and he told him, say, look, I heard you got fired, and I'm starting the XFL pretty soon, and we're gonna need some good color commentaries.
He said that for real?
No, I'm joking. We're gonna need some
Matt-
good color commentary.
Matt Patricia going to show up with that stupid pencil behind his ears. Probably.
And on the booth.
Yeah, right. In the booth with the pencil behind his ear. What are you doing?
He's gonna do like Madden. Hey, why are you drawing on this?
Yeah, right. just like Matt Patricia. Just like Matt Patricia is trying to write on them laminated play call sheets with a pencil. Mm-hmm. Man, get that pencil out your ear. We know you don't use it. We know that's a prop.
Mm-hmm.
But Fast 7 in number 5 spot.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with The Italian Job, the new one. Mark Wahlberg, Jason Statham.
Seth Green. Yep.
That
was a good movie.
That's my movie. I like that movie.
That was a solid movie. I can't knock it. I enjoyed it. So what are you doing at number 4 now?
Yeah, we got 4. What you got, Shake?
My number 4 is Conan the Destroyer.
It's an interesting selection.
I like that pick.
Okay.
Oh yeah. One thing about that is it put a lot of people on the map. Even Grace Jones was awesome in that movie.
Yeah, she was in Mad Max too, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond the Thunderdome. But for me, in the number 4 spot, I'm gonna take a turn away from. Actually, no, I'm gonna stay where I'm gonna say. I'm going purely with movies that I watch over and over and over again. That's what makes my top 5. These are movies I watch over and over and over again. And so I'm gonna have to go in the number 4 spot, man. I'm gonna have to go with Gone in 60 Seconds.
Oh, I love that movie.
Which version?
It's pretty good. That's the one with
the version with Nicolas Cage and Angelina Jolie and all that.
Okay, I thought you was talking about that.
Master P was in that too, right?
Yeah, Master P. Yeah, he was a car thief in that one when they pulled up to the. Yep.
So you a car movie guy, Having you a car movie?
I guess so.
My number 4. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire. Set the tone. Yeah, set the tone for superhero movies on the big screen.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It did set the tone.
Now there are movies that are better than that Spider-Man movie, but there would not be any live action superhero movies without that movie.
Yeah. I would say the Spider-Man movie and the first X-Men movie set the table.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Now, Batman obviously came out before that, but there's just something about Batman that just did not.
They were hit and miss, especially what was it,
yes.
Batman and Robin?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that movie was horrible. Horrible.
Who puts rubber nipples on the Batman costume, yo?
Bro, they had Arnold Schwarzenegger out here looking like Thanos, trying to call him Mr. Freeze, talking about chill out. Man.
You know what's funny? What's funny is my favorite comic book movie wasn't even my favorite comic book, Blade. I love the Blade series.
That's what's
up. I can't wait for the new version to come out too. With Mahershala Ali. He was
he's gonna be Blade?
Yes.
That's a good pick.
That's gonna be fire, man. Because I liked him in Luke Cage as Cottonmouth. That's what put me on to him, because he just is a phenomenal actor in that movie. Then I just started watching all his movies after that, and I just feel like him putting in that Blade role is just an excellent role for him to put him on that. I would probably say that Denzel status.
What's his name? I'm gonna look him up real quick.
Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala Ali, yeah.
Mahershala, excuse me.
He's won the Oscar like the past 2 years.
So I honestly think like that this role for him for Blade being a superhero movie, put in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, as popular as the Marvel Cinematic Universe is right now, I think honestly this is going to put him on the level of a Denzel Washington.
He kind of looks like Wesley Snipes a little bit.
Bro, that just like it just sounds like it fits like a glove.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
And think about it, I mean, Wesley Snipes is a legitimate actor. So you actually need like a real actor to play that role of Blade, you know?
But also Wesley Snipes was a martial artist too.
Yes,
so
he was.
Marshala, he ain't really a martial artist, but
he's an athlete though.
Yeah, but none of these other Marvel Cinematic Universe guys are martial artists. So I think we really have something here as far as him being in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
But he is an athletic guy. He played college ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what? I'm looking at it right now. He looks like a young Blade, like a young Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, especially he like he regularly rocks a flat top. Like it all makes sense.
Like in all his movies, he rocks a flat top, and like Havoc said, he won Oscars the last 2 years, so he's on the rise right now as far as
I can't
his
wait.
acting career.
I can't wait for the movie to come out. Then
me neither, man. Me neither. Like it's unfortunate that we end up losing the Black Panther, but it's good. It's a good thing to know that black superheroes are in good hands with.
That joint still hurts.
Yes, it does.
And to me, Blade 3 was off the chain. Him versus Dracula. I mean, that couldn't have been written any better.
I felt like it could have been a little bit better.
It could have been written better.
It was all right. And also you gotta remove. Please remove. What's his name? Ryan Reynolds. I don't like Ryan Reynolds in that movie. Like he just. Blade
he was funny as hell in that movie,
but he ruined the movie Blade though.
No, he didn't. Man.
He made it. The movie Blade, the last Blade wasn't just about Blade. It was about the whole team.
I'm sorry. I just did not. I don't know what it is about Ryan Reynolds. I just am not a fan of Ryan Reynolds as an actor.
I feel like you like him or you don't like him, and there's no middle.
Yeah,
you either like him or you don't like him.
The role has to be perfect.
Deadpool
exactly.
Yeah, Deadpool. He did an excellent job with Deadpool. Like he's.
But that's his natural personality. Is basically Deadpool.
Yes.
So that's why it works out that well.
But if we talk about like a serious, suspenseful movie for Ryan Reynolds, I don't think he's the guy for those kind of movies.
No.
Yeah, I hear you. Who we on now? Shake?
Well, no, we're doing the 4:00 games now, right?
4:00.
Okay.
Did I do my 4? I don't think I did.
No.
I did do my 4. I said Spider-Man. Shake.
Yes.
No, we're doing the 4:00 games.
Oh, okay. My fault.
I thought you said we're gonna do the first 2, then 4:00, then we're gonna wrap it up.
I want to keep going.
All right, Saints at Broncos. We can run through this real quick.
Yeah, let's do it. Saints. Broncos literally have no quarterbacks.
Exactly.
Saints.
Hey, who knows? They might get Josh Rosen.
Too late now. They can't get him for this game.
Josh Rosen, the job just opened up.
Let's move on. 49ers and Rams.
Hey, there's an engagement on Tuesday too. So
that'd be funny. Josh Rosen looking through the want ads like Denver Broncos. Oh my gosh. Go ahead. Go ahead.
San Francisco 49ers at the Los Angeles Rams.
Oh man. I'm gonna go Rams. I'll give it to the Rams, man.
Jake?
who was it? San Francisco and Rams?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to the Rams because they're trying to make a playoff push, and I think they're a little more on the edge than San Francisco. San Francisco lost everything pretty much. So
I'm gonna go Rams too.
Yeah, they're playing with a skeleton crew pretty much.
All right, the Kansas City Chiefs at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Ooh, that's a game. That's a game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go TB baby Tampa.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Tampa. I'm gonna go
only because Kansas City doesn't have that defense that they've been like the Rams defense or a Saints defense.
Except the Bucks can actually score, so I'm
And
gonna give the
also
Tampa
turn
Bay.
the ball over too.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of weird. We're at a point where you legitimately don't know which Tom Brady is going to show up, but
yeah,
I'm gonna give it to Tampa Bay.
I'm going Chiefs.
all right.
That's probably that's not really an upset special. I feel like they're evenly matched teams.
Yeah.
So I don't even think I've had an upset special in God knows how long. But
You can't have that. You can't have the front runner for MVP and be underdog.
doesn't work that way. The Chicago Bears at the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, I'm taking Green Bay all day. Chicago can't keep up with Green Bay's offense.
Green Bay has been struggling as of late. Upset special Bears.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see the Bears, but I don't. I'm gonna say Green Bay though.
All right. The Monday night game, the Seattle Seahawks at the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, Seahawks. I'm not even
Yeah,
thinking about
Seahawks.
that.
Yeah.
Seahawks. Ain't nothing to think about. And last but not least, the Tuesday night, the game that was moved from Thanksgiving to Tuesday night. That is the Baltimore Ravens at the Pittsburgh Steelers.
See,
Baltimore has. Go ahead, Shake.
A lot of people are. I understand that Lamar Jackson is not in this, but it could be a blessing in disguise because RG3 is an actual better, to me, a better pure passer than Lamar Jackson. So it could fall into their favor.
Well, I will say if you ever want to insult somebody, tell them RG3 is a better pure passer than you. I would hate if someone told. If I was a quarterback, someone told me Robert Griffin III is a better pure passer than me. But listen, Lamar Jackson, that's pretty sad if that's a fact. Lamar Jackson's out with the COVID. Baltimore's got 18 players on the COVID list. Steelers are still undefeated. What else you want me to say? Pittsburgh.
Yeah, yeah. Now that you put it that way, I'll put Pittsburgh.
It ain't about the argument. It's how you frame the argument.
All right. Last three movies. What you got for me, Shake? Number 3.
My number 3 is The Burbs with Tom Hanks.
Okay. I feel like you've watched that movie a lot.
Yes, I have.
Well,
that was with it's a funny movie. It's about but we'll go ahead.
I mean, for me, and the number 3 spot, man, I'm gonna have to go Shawshank Redemption. I mean, it's really hard to put into words the greatness of Shawshank Redemption, but bro, it's there for a reason. So Shawshank Redemption.
In that moment, he knew he messed up.
And those boys never touched Andy Dufresne ever again.
You know what? My number 3, Training Day.
That's a good number 3.
Yeah, it is.
That's a solid number 3.
Gotta have a Denzel. If you don't have a Denzel in your top 5, something is wrong with you.
Something's wrong with me then.
Yeah, some might be wrong with me too.
You don't have a Denzel in your top 5?
I just have not watched Malcolm X that much.
I haven't even watched that movie yet.
Oh, that's one of my favorite movies of him.
Holy moly, bro!
Like, if you
that's
seen...
like that is in my opinion, that is Denzel at his absolute best. Exactly. Is in that movie.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Actually, one of my favorite movies from Denzel is, and I tell you what, man, it is
John Q.
If it doesn't pull your heartstrings, you're not human. And so I can't remember the movie right now, but it's a movie where he has to save his little boy, and
it's John Q.
Yeah, that's John Q. Yeah,
bro. Let me tell you something.
My God.
I don't even have a child, and I was crying watching that movie.
First time I teared up a little bit. I ain't even gonna stunt. We all men here. We do keeping it 100.
Woof.
First time
I
watching
mean-
that movie, it hit me here, man. It hit me here.
Yes, 100%, bro. Like, yo, I was like, yo, is that Denzel's real life son? Like, yo, he is out here doing everything for this kid. This man done held up a whole hospital for his son. Like,
Yeah, like
Man.
that movie was definitely a gut punch. Like when you
Yes.
get up, when the credits started rolling, like, oh damn, like
damn, I just don't love my family like that.
like that movie. I like that movie too.
I like that
But-
movie a lot. It's a hard watch though. But
Yeah, definitely.
Denzel is my number 2 though. He is my number 2. In my number 2 movie. But go ahead.
All right. My number 2 movie is Airplane.
Wait.
No, Airplane, no, Airplane.
Did
The
you do your
naked-
number 3, DeVore?
Oh, yeah, my bad.
No, I did not. I was gonna say I'm gonna go ahead and put Fast Five in there. That's I like that movie. I love that movie.
I hear you. I see you.
Mine is The Naked Gun 2.5.
Okay. Well, for me, in my number 2 spot, it is actually Denzel Washington movie, and it's Man on Fire. Damn, I love Man on Fire. I mean, when homeboy has the explosives up his butt, and Denzel Washington looks at him and says, I think the guy says to Denzel, come on, man, give me a break. And Denzel looks at him and he says, no. I'll remember the quote later. Go ahead. Oh, no, he said, you got any wishes? And Denzel said, I wish you had more time. And then he blew him up. Classic Denzel.
My number 2.
Yes, it was.
Damn, like we getting down to the nitty gritty with this 2 and 1 here. Like I got
Yep.
three movies in my head right now that I really want to put at 2 and 1. But you know what? We're gonna put Life there. Life is gonna be my number 2.
Good choice.
Ah!
I had a feeling you took his number 1 movie.
You son of a bitch. You done took my... Alright, it's cool.
Like that joint is extremely underrated for real. As a
You are
movie.
not lying.
And nobody gives it enough respect.
Well, my number 1 has Eddie Murphy in it, for sure.
Don't say it, Jake.
Uh,
Don't take my backup.
Yep.
Don't take my backup number 1.
And it's another
He's
beautiful
about to
day
say
in
Coming to
Zamunda.
America.
My number 1. I tell you what, Coming to America. I have that hard. I have it on hard copy.
Golly.
I have it on YouTube and I have it on Amazon. I watch it at least 3 or 4 times a year.
Well, number 1, thank you for taking my number 1 pick. Thank you for taking my backup number 1 pick. I guess in the number 1 spot, I'm going to have to go with Black Panther. R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman.
Yes. I mean, it's okay to have the same movies in the top 5. Why not?
Listen, my number 1 movie of all time, unequivocally, is Coming to America.
Of
Like,
course.
it's not even close. Like, everything else is second place. But for the sake of the show,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm gonna put Black Panther in the number 1 spot.
Well, at least we have something in common. Then we know.
There it goes.
I'm sorry,
Bro.
but I just can't put Coming to America in my top 5. I
Coming
really
to
don't
America
even-
has been my favorite movie since I was like 6 years old, bro.
It can't. Like honestly, I don't even think that could be. That's
And-
Eddie Murphy's
and you know-
best movie.
And you know what's funny? That movie came out when I was 6 years old. So
I mean, it very, in my opinion, it's as perfect a comedy movie as you will ever come across. But I mean, you want to talk objectively speaking. I mean, you want to talk about, you know, overall better movies than Coming to America. I mean, what do you want? You want me to give you Beverly Hills Cop 2? Like, what? I
Now
mean,
you could have went with Eddie Murphy. I mean, I'm not Eddie Murphy. Nutty Professor.
I like Nutty Professor. See, the thing is, Nutty Professor to me is not nearly as memorable as Coming to America was. Like, I can literally remember the whole movie almost word for word. I've
Me
seen
too.
this movie so many times. Like,
Me too. And what is it now, Simi? I was just remarking. I was just remarking the other day what lovely skin the Queen has.
oh man, when the dude falls down the stairs and he says, "The rent's still due, mother." You know what? Are you conscious?
You know what's funny is Bone Thugs and Harmony. The second album, Eternal.
Yeah.
There's a song called Bill Collector. And at the end of the Bill Collector, that line comes on. Your rent's due, mother.
and in the barbershop scene, guess who's getting their haircut in the barbershop scene?
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Cuba Gooding Jr. and guess what? Notable actor robbed the McDowells. Samuel L.
Jackson, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Come on,
Body
man.
by Jake. Remember Body by Jake? He's the cab driver.
Bro, that movie's got too many moments. That movie has too many Oh, now I'm on fries.
Oh, and the father from Good Times.
Oh my gosh, John Amos as Mr. McDowell. Bro, that movie was an achievement, man.
He's a king, baby. He's a king.
That Golden Harvard makes sure that look like a warfare case.
He said, "You gonna clean these rose petals up."
When I say the boy's got his own money, I mean the boy's got his own money.
I thought when he goes, "The girl don't want you. Can't you get that through your greasy head?"
Oh man, that movie is number one. I take it. I mean, shout out to Black Panther, but that movie is number one. I gotta give it to it, man. I gotta give it to it, man. That movie is number one, hands down, no doubt.
As a matter of fact, whenever I see somebody at work, they always say good morning to me so I could say, "Hey, another beautiful day." Like, how you doing, Anthony? It's another beautiful day in Zamunda. Because they want to hear me say that, because that's what I say every morning.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's funny. Hello, Babar.
All right, so thinking my number one.
And before you get to your number one, I love the part when he goes, "For once, I want to dress myself, myself." The bathing. He goes, "Well, actually, I enjoy the bathing."
Classic.
Number one, I'm gonna go ahead and go with another Denzel Washington movie. Remember the Titans.
Okay.
Like I'm a late bloomer to that movie, but I feel like out of all the football movies that I've sat down and watched, from Gridiron Gang, Longest Yard. I can't even think of the rest of them off the top of my head. What's the movie with Keanu Reeves in it?
The Replacements.
The Replacements. I think
Any Given Sunday.
Yeah, I think Remember the Titans is by far my favorite football movie, and like it's just amazing. I think I'm gonna watch it right after we finish this the podcast. Actually,
it is amazing. It is an amazing movie, and the thing is, like, it's like a Disney movie. So I think it was originally supposed to be like a Disney movie, but then Denzel Washington came in. Man, he gave that movie a whole different flavor. So I feel you, bro. I mean, yeah, it's pretty good. It's not anywhere close to my favorite movies, or even really my favorite Denzel movies, but it's a really good movie. I'll give it that much.
Like anything with football in it, I will watch. And I think what puts it at my number one is about football.
Actually, you forgot about the number one rated movie under a football movie of all time, greatest football movie, an action adventure, the Little Giants.
That was my jam back when I was a kid. That was my jam.
Little
I love
Giant.
the Little Giants. That was like back in the 90s when like they were having like movies with like mad kids in it, like The Sandlot and all that.
The only reason I watched it was because of Ed O'Neill was in it.
Okay, Rick Moranis was in that movie too, right?
Yeah, he was the brother.
Yeah, I remember Little Giants. I remember that.
I seen it one time.
I've probably seen it one time too.
Yeah, one time.
I don't think I've ever. I don't think Little Giants has the replay value.
Actually, I watched it the other day because I was bored.
You be out there watching Little Giants by yourself, bro?
Hey,
All right, man. I mean, hey,
like I said,
listen. Listen, I literally watched a movie on Netflix called Shrieker's Tremor Island or Tremor Shrieker Island. It's horrible. It's terrible. But it's like one of those movies that's so bad that it's a comedy, but they don't even know it. It's like that bad. I don't suggest you watch it. I don't.
Oh, don't worry.
Yeah, don't watch it.
Don't worry. But any final thoughts before we close out?
Yeah, man. Jordan Howard is still washed. Everyone stay safe.
oh man, none. I just hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving, and once again, it's good to spend, some time talking football and other various topics with you guys. So,
All right. Well, since nobody's gonna put this out there, I'm just gonna put the exclamation point at the end of this. Hines Ward is not even in the league of a Brandon Marshall. Straight up, no questions asked. No questions asked.
I don't think so.
I will argue anybody to the death over this. I just can't.
Put that on your community tab.
Okay, we can do that.
I'm not dying on this hill, but yeah, I'm not even getting back into it. I'm not even getting back into it, man. I'm leaving that. I'm letting that die with this episode.
Good man.
All right, man. With that being said, appreciate everybody that came through to the podcast. This is the Not for Debate. We are up out of here, man.
Peace.
Peace.